Hey Martin, how are you today? Good to see you. I'm running a little late today, but I am working on the next section of the film, as you know, and I have a basic laydown of the chord structure, which is basically I'm taking what was that big orchestrated part just previously, and I'm going to break it down into a more simplified version, but coming into an intense section. So I'm trying to speak in code, as you know. So I'm just working through some orchestration. So I'm trying to keep it pretty low voiced. Um, so I'm going to listen to that section. I'd like to bring the strings in to balance the piano. Hey Sarah, good to see you. Good afternoon. Good to see you as well. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Um, awesome. Welcome, you guys. So I'm going to bring the dialogue down. So that's where I want to bring in the strings, and that is going to happen. I do have a piano throughout in various places, but really in key places. So we'll see. Okay, so I think I want to bring it in on the right in there. Okay, so I'm going to orchestrate that section right there. So I think that's what I'm going to start with. Start with the low strings on that chord change. So let me widen my view out so I can see when that chord change actually begins. I recorded these chord changes on Friday, and since I am not notating this film. It's kind of off the cuff, which I've kind of actually enjoyed, to be honest with you. Um, I got to remember where the chord changes happen, which is helpful. So, okay. Hey, everybody. I'm going to mute, or else we're going to have to listen to that stop. So let me turn my notifications off real quick, guys. Give me one sec here on my phone. I hope you guys had a good weekend. I worked my rear end off. Well, I wish I did. It's still back there. But yeah, it was a lot of work going on this weekend for sure. Okay, so that's the goal. I think that's the chord changes. So I'm going to take it from there. Good. All right. So I think that recorded well. I think I'm going to leave the ensemble in there, and I think I'm going to bring in the dedicated bass. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to go there. And I may double that with an octave cello so it really cuts through. Hey, Miranda, good to see you. I don't know if you're still here, but hey, Sebastian. Sebastian, good to see you. All right, I'm going to record that section now. And I would like to see the... Okay, there we go. Okay, obviously those bass notes would have to be, I'm extending past E, which is our normal bass range for uprights, acoustic basses. So we'll say that these have an extender on them and they are detuned down to C. So there you go. Okay, so now I'm going to double that with a cello. And I think I can just copy and paste because I would like to match CC values and notation, but I think I have to bring this up an octave. So let me listen to that real quick. I do. So I'm just going to take this, and the easiest thing is select it and just move it up 12. Okay, there we go. Now we should have the double octave. I don't want to put fifths on the bottom. It'll be too muddy already. So let's see what that sounds like. Yeah, that'll work. So what's happening is, as you can hear, those of you who've been following, there's a pulse going on underneath all this. And under the pulse, that indicates that we're coming into this, the evil part of this film is getting ready to manifest. So anytime you hear this sound, you know it's like, oh crap, this is going to be bad. So that's what's going on. So I'm going to go to that section. And the other instrument that has been I've laid throughout is the English horn. It gives it a nice kind of classy vibe, or an orchestrated vibe, even over synth, a lot of synth stuff. And I think I like it to play in here a little bit to give it a very haunting feel. Hey, Jacqueline, do you make all the musical arrangements? I don't. Well, I do you make all the, yeah, I do. Uh-huh. That's what composers, that's what we do. We can't fix your car or anything else, but we can do music. So that's kind of really it. Some composers, I guess, can fix your car, but I'm not one of them. The way I fix the car is I pick up the phone. So that's how we do that. But hey, Simone, good to see you. Guys, if you're watching and you haven't taken advantage of Simone, who's a great composer, he has an offer out. If you enter a keyword, you can scroll down my post or go to his page, and he is giving you a free CD copy of one of his scores, which is a phenomenal score. Highly recommend it. I've even put in for it, so go there. He'll send it to you free of charge, just as a way of getting, his music more and more out there, and it should be. It deserves to be out there. It's a good composer. So good to see you, brother. Um, and hey, Pam, good to see you. Hi, Linda. Good to see you as well. Okay, so now I'm going to lay that English horn in there, but I don't know the melody. I'm just going to kind of. Man, I love the range on the English horn. It's just so pretty. You are welcome, brother. Good to see you on. Thanks for just hopping on. I know you're probably heading off to work to yourself, so always good to see you here, brother. By the way, I had a really good cigar on vacation. I think it was a Monte Cristo 1912, and it was just perfect. My probably one or two cigars a year. It was so good. Okay, so I'm just gonna I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna watch the piano changes again since it's not scored. I'm gonna watch the changes here, and I'm just gonna come up with a melody with based on what I'm seeing here on the screen. I've got it really small so you can't tell because you're not supposed to see the film yet anyway. So that's what's gonna go on. So I'm gonna watch this and I'm gonna lay this part in this section. I'm gonna turn my mic off so you can give a listen. As you can tell, I thought that was an odd bar there, but it wasn't. So I came in early, so I'm gonna give it another shot. Okay, that's that section. So what's happening on the film is that you can't see. Very lonely time. We have one of our main characters here in the film, and he's by himself, and it's very dark and scary and lonely, and he's tired, and so we don't want to get too busy. But so all hell is getting ready to break loose, unfortunately. And so I'm going to find something. I'm going to bring in some of that like unworldly sound underneath all this orchestration. So I'm going to look for that sound. I have the sound in mind. I've just got to find it. So I'm going to save that. Hey, Cricket, good to see you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's very kind. Uh, so do you make, let's see. Oh, let me make sure. Arrangements, I'm sorry, have no other clue. So yeah, so I'm basically just laying out each instrument in the orchestra and each synthesized part and each sound effect basically to create the score. So what I'm doing is I'm doing like I just laid the English horn, which is another instrument, and so now I'm going to go in there and I'm going to add some sound effect based things based on what I'm looking at to create some unsettledness. So I also am thinking I should bring in, honestly, so I think I'm going to do that right now, which is basically a fifth. Soltasto, very, dark. I think I'm going to do that. I think that's what I'm missing, and then I'll go and I'll add that part. So let me add that right now, and I don't think I need a metronome for that. Nope, not there. Watching the screen. Pulse is coming in. I don't want to take away from that. Okay, so I like that. So what happened is I'm controlling the amount of volume and attack with my sustain pedal, my mod wheel over here, but it doesn't go to zero, so it's kind of like shocking. I can't make it disappear. So I'm going to go ahead and write the volume changes in here so it can kind of be a little more subtle in the score. I don't want it that strong. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to do that right now. So I start writing. I've got my fader all the way down to 0. And now I'm going to start fading it in here. Okay, that, ladies and gentlemen, is called being an idiot. I have a tendency of laying my thumb on the space bar for some reason when I'm recording. And a space bar in this program stops everything. So let me try that again. But actually, I don't like moving that with my mouse. So what I'm going to do... Okay, that does... Okay, fader to 0. I always forget to turn my mic on. I'm sorry, I'm talking away. Okay, now I'm going to start fading in. So now it's a texture. Fading out. I think that was what that section really needed. On the orchestra side, it added that kind of air um, to that piece. Okay, so I'm going to save that, and now I'm going to add this thing that's going to cook in the background, that's going to add a little bit of horror, intensity, scariness. And so I'm going to go down here. I'm going to pull that up, which I don't think I have it loaded, so I'm going to have to put it in. All right, so give me one sec here, guys. I hope you didn't have such a difficult weekend as I did. I mean, it wasn't difficult bad, it was just a lot of work, I have to tell you. Okay, add instrument. So I'm going to add an instrument. I'm going to tell it my output is going to be down here in the drone output. And that output says this is a 5.1 output, so it's going to send it all over the place. And I'm trying to remember what that was in. I think that was in Sine. So I'm going to pull up Sine, which is a player. Where are you? Where are you? You're hiding. Oh, I know where you are. You are in, man, give me a weekend off and I forget where everything is. Orchestra Tools, Sine Player, and Add Track. So now I've added this instrument over here called Sine, and I'm going to be using one of these new patches I have out of the library called Drones, and I'm really liking this a lot. So I'm going to browse, and probably soft, yeah, I think possibly Cornfield. So I'm going to bring that up. I'm still getting familiar with this particular library. Now it's too musical, so I don't want anything really musical. I want something kind of otherworldly. And so I'm going to go to, I forgot I have atmosphere drones. And I know Pure is more sine wave, so I'm going to try this one. Let's see what this is. No, that sounds like that's just not correct. So I have a lot of words for that. I'm not going to use them. Okay, so I'm going to go into something. I'm trying to find something that's very dark. Here's some possibilities. Let's give that a shot. Nope, that's not it. Okay, all right, so I'm going to remove that. I don't think this is the right player, so I'm going to delete that. And remove. And I have another place where I just forgot because I haven't used this sound until earlier in the film. I'm going to add an instrument track. This is going to be under. This is going to be a. Where are you? Coffee is not kicked in yet. It's under Native Instruments, and it's going to be a Contact 7 player. It'll be under drones. That'll be great. So that's loaded. And I believe you are going to be in files. Sorry guys, this is the boring part. I have to, I'm very focused, so I can only do one thing at a time. So if I talk a lot, then I can't find my sounds. Where are you? I know you're right in here. I'm sorry, there we go. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, instruments. Oh no, there we go. Impact. Okay. Matter. Possibly. I'm going to give this a shot. I don't think this is it, but let's see here. No, that's not it. Okay, so it's not going to be in that library, so I'm going to check another library. Library. I don't know the correct way to say that. So let me see if you're in here. Sorry guys, I know this is boring. This is the part that I try to avoid. But I didn't think I was going to need this sound until I started listening and then looking at the actual video, and I'm like, yeah, this is definitely going to need, it's going to need the hoo-ha or the stuff or the scariness. So give me 1 second here. I think you're going to be in here. Yeah, there you are. Here we go. And instruments. All right, let me give this a shot here. I think this is going to be my best call in here, somewhere in here. All right. Let me change that sound. And where are you? Okay. Oh, goodness. Sorry, guys. Okay, that's coming out the front. I don't need the Energizer. I don't need the Energizer Bunny. Okay. Nope. Okay, so I think that's the sound. Now I'm going to pitch it down quite a bit. Okay, good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a high cut, what's called a high cut filter, and that's pretty good too. All right, so my high cut filter I'm going to assign to this knob right here. Okay, and so now I can control the amount of scariness and whatever. And I'm actually going to pitch it down 2 more semitones because these are not happy beans. Yeah, that's it. Sweet. Okay, so now I think that's the sound that I can fly underneath this piece. And then the other thing I want to do is I want to control not only, well, if I close it all the way, is there no volume? Perfect. All right, here we go. Okay, good. Okay, so hopefully you heard that. That added that ambience there, so it's not so pretty. It's kind of dirty. So now what's happening is I'm leading to this attack-ish kind of thing. I don't want to tell you too much about it, but that's what I'm building to. So I'm just going to watch one more time so I can kind of sign off on this section. So give me one sec. All right, good. So that turned out good. I'm happy with that. I actually got in just as a the good thing about listening back is when you're not playing is you all of a sudden stop being the composer and now you're an audience member and you get to just see, does this work and is this giving me what I'm hoping to give to the director? And I think this totally did. One of the key things that I did in this short cue is stay away from a lot of vibrato. And a lot of vibrato adds prettiness and it adds, in other words, if you go, like if I go to the strings up here, where are you? The strings have disappeared. Okay, so what is that? No, that's that. I have too many tracks open here. Okay, where are you? You are. Okay, here we go. All right, so for example, so here is a string line or a string without vibrato. So it's basically very pure. And then when I'll do this, but I'll bring in a vibrato, which adds, it makes it kind of thicker for those of you who are not players. And so like if I played the part without vibrato, right? So it's or even a high string line with vibrato without. Then a vibrato would give me a lot more expression. I'll bring in the vibrato. And so on. So that's the neat thing about controllers like this. You can control expression, volume, and vibrato all at the same time as a performance thing. So okay, so that's where we are with that cue, and that cue is building towards something very, very intense. So what I'm going to need to do for that section is I'm going to need to retool up. I need to bring in some sounds, and I want to hunt down certain particular sounds that will make that impactful. So I'm going to probably just make this a short stream, so I can, because I want to really focus on the deliverable for this thing. This is a key moment here. This is a very important moment. So what I'll do is I will finish this, and then I will share the end result later on this evening. And I just want to say thank you for joining me in this short stream. And I will talk to you soon. And there are cups going out this week, so I can't wait for you guys to get your cups, those who I've sent them to. So thank you so much. Thanks for joining. Thanks for the support. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys again online soon. All right. Bye.